So, you know what? Nothing's in Dallas. Not even Dallas is in Dallas. That's what we've learned here today on this show, is that we're not lawyers and nothing is actually in Dallas. Is there even a Dallas? Has anyone been there? IndyCar has a new flashy track, an event that they unveiled in Arlington, Texas, around the Cowboys Stadium in conjunction with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, where they're going to be doing this big Arlington Grand Prix street race. Track looks cool, for sure, from the layout I'm looking at.
It's a complex track for a street course.
Well, but crucially, potentially a very, very, very long straightaway, which I always like on a street course.
Mm-hmm. A fast one, too.
I think, yeah, well, because I think F1 has really found that when you do these big, long straightaways on these street courses, and then you throw in some technical bits, but if you make it more valuable to be trimmed out, you get the kind of best racing from them. You know what I mean? Because they got to be trimmed out downforce-wise to get around these huge straightaways, which you spend so much time on, and therefore then when you make them go through the technical bits, the cars don't drive great. You get passing, you get sliding around. There's not a lot of grip because it's a street course. You see that at Jeddah. You see that at, what's the other one that's like that? Oh, Azerbaijan. Like those really, in Las Vegas was that way. Las Vegas street course. You know, they all sort of force the teams in these low downforce setups that then make the cars incredibly hard to drive in the slow speed stuff. I like it.
So that's what NASCAR needs to design. A 2-mile oval, paperclip.
Oh, baby.
Long straightaways. long straightaways. Tight, think like Bristol tight corners, but a mile and a half track.
Oh my gosh.
You just described the Daytona Beach course.
Yes.
Yeah, well, actually, do you know if you want to go down that path, I've always said like that sort of thing, or like one side is Bristol banked corner, one side is like Martinsville. Maybe do a right-hander. You know, back when we were doing all the skew stuff and it was getting way out of control, I was like, well, just build it like Trenton where there's a big right-hander. And see who
make it go the other way once. Keep everybody honest.
Yes, I was like, see who wants to make their car only turn left? You have to go right one time. Good luck. There was a track like that called Trenton in New Jersey, and I always imagined with like how bad, if you want to have the best oval race ever, throw a right-hander that's significant enough that they can't make them go left on it. Bam. Best race you've ever seen. Solved. NASCAR, we figured it out. We don't work for you, but we're here.
So
giving free advice.
Pocono is big enough. We could just do Pocono where you go down the front stretch and then you have to turn around at the end of the front stretch. And then you go back down pit road.
Poor Penske. We just gave them this great shout out. We somehow brought it right back to NASCAR and what NASCAR could be doing with the track. They have this great new event.
Anyways, that's congrats to Penske and Jerry Jones. That looks interesting.
No, it does. It does look cool. Like to see it.
Hey, you know what else is
IndyCar.
actually? Let me make a thoughtful point here that is interesting. Is this the first motorsports event in a long time that is like directly trying to penetrate the Dallas market? Because NASCAR and IndyCar always being in Dallas Fort Worth, it is seemed to me as someone in the industry that's been going to that track for decades that like once NASCAR was fleeting in popularity just a little bit, the Dallas Fort Worth market is so big that people in Dallas could go the whole weekend and not even know there's a NASCAR race, right? Because Fort Worth is the track is out of town. It's not in Dallas, and it's not really in Fort Worth either, but it has a Fort Worth address. And like, I just feel like through the worst of times for NASCAR, believe it or not, that race track and that race venue is a horrible location, right? Because it was not in your face. Not for Fort Worth people, not for Dallas people. It's out on its own. And I think that played some of a role of why that track had poor attendance, right? And now you have this new race that is a little bit more in your face. I mean, Dallas is still a huge, huge market, right? And even Arlington is like pointed out on a map, Parker. I bet you couldn't Right?
I couldn't. No. I had no idea where.
And neither could I.
I had no idea that was even where the Cowboys were. I'll be honest.
But I don't know. I just wonder if this is what the response from this is. I'm sure it'll be good.
So why are they called the Dallas Cowboys if they're west? Arlington is a city in Texas west of Dallas.
You'd be shocked the amount of teams that are named after a city that they don't actually play in.
No, the New York Giants may play in New Jersey, but they're... I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, well, the New York Giants play in New Jersey, so that makes that make no sense why I'm asked that. And to your point, it's nowhere near Dallas. So, you know what? Nothing's in Dallas. Not even Dallas is in Dallas. That's what we've learned here today on this show, is that we're not lawyers and nothing is actually in Dallas. Is there even a Dallas? Has anyone been there?